think, yeah, we're good. We are good. So I started a little bit early, so I'm just gonna wait until, hey, what it do? I'm just gonna wait till about 5:30. Sorry for the mix-up. I'm finally trying to figure out how to get me to schedule or kind of activate the live that I scheduled. So hopefully, the third time's the charm, and I'll just be able to churn these out pretty quickly. I'm pretty sure. Let me see if I can look. I'm pretty sure in my description box it already has all of the items that I'm going to be talking about. So in case you guys are interested, just definitely check out down there. I don't have the items that I'm going to put on my face, mainly because they might change. I'm going to do some like audience participation today on that. Let me just triple check. Yeah, I have all the items that I'm talking about today down below. So feel free to check that stuff out in the event that you are interested. But like I said, I'm not going to really kick her off until 5:30 because I did push it back to 5:30. But I figured until then, what we could do is kind of talk about what I did pick up from last week and what I didn't pick up thus far from last week that I said I was going to pick up. If I look over here, per usual, that is where my computer is. And I like to look over there just to make sure that, we're on the same accord. And I have my phone that I'm going to be looking off to talk about the items that I picked up. You guys have already seen mainly, nope. A really popular item that I already did a video on, at least showing my first impressions, was this Hourglass face palette. This is the Ambient Lighting Unlocked, and this is in the Lotus colorway. Take off my watch. It's always a little distracting to me when I see these videos. So this seemed to be very helpful for a lot of people. Really happy that that video was really helpful. And I figured if enough people want me to, I can actually showcase this again on my face because I'm going to be putting on makeup in this video. Last time I already had my makeup on. So let me know down below if you want to see this. Otherwise, I did receive the Adept palette that I told you guys I was going to be picking up. And I literally just pulled it out of the package today. So this is the Duology face palette. Quite pretty. As you can see, I have all of the wrapping and everything on it. Really pretty. I haven't touched it at all. So I will let you guys tell me which of the two you want me to do. Feel free to already put that in the comments or the live chat right now if you are interested. Since last week's video, I also believe I received this, or have I had this for a while? I don't remember, but this is the Lethal Cosmetics Avatar collection. I talked about it with my members 2 months ago, I want to say, that I was going to be picking this up and another item. I've already done swatches on this because I do plan to do some form of like permanent content with this as well, but the swatches were fantastic. And since it's an older palette, I figured this might be more palatable in these videos. I have quite a few older palettes, so I'm going to slowly feature those as I pick them up here. So yeah, these are two things. Definitely let me know down below what you're interested in, what you're not interested in. But let me look at my phone while we're waiting to see what items I actually picked up and didn't pick up. And I would love to hear what you picked up since last week. If you picked anything up, I understand. If you didn't, you're more responsible. It's definitely a good thing to not pick up everything under the sun. So scrolling through, I told you guys I wasn't going to pick the Natasha Denona palette. I didn't. I already showed on my Instagram, in case you are interested. It is Swaggy Bee Beauty, I believe, on Instagram. I already showed you guys swatches of the two Singe blushes that I picked up, and I believe last week's video I had them on my face, so definitely check that out. Hey guys! All right, so we already got a vote for the Duology face palette, so let me know if you guys are all in accordance on that. I haven't picked up anything from Blend Bunny. I still do want to do it. I just haven't done it. I've been really busy week and I didn't want to buy and just have the stuff sitting here. So I'm going to slowly pick up some of those items. Let's see, Victoria Beckham and also Lisa Eldridge. I know I wanted to pick up quite a few items from them. Haven't gotten to it yet, but it's still on the list. Definitely still on the list. Let's see really quickly what other items I had on my list. Vive, I also wanted to pick up some items from them. Haven't picked that up yet. Let's see. I did talk like vaguely about the Holo Taco. That wasn't a definitive pickup. I definitely want some items, but I think I'm gonna easily wait until they go on sale. I've seen some really good things about the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip, the new like darker shade, and also the One Size foundation. So I'm definitely interested in that. I definitely got the Cosmic Brushes palette. There was no questions, comments, or concerns when it comes to that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Really quickly, just going through all of the items that I said I was going to potentially pick up. I'm just going to take off my glasses and we're just going to dive on in. But because I'm taking off my glasses, it's going to be even harder for me to see the live chat. But I will try my best to like squint down there to see it, because I do want to talk to you guys back and forth. I can't really see this close. I think you guys are just saying, yeah, you guys are just saying hi to yourselves. So let me pull up. I think I finessed it where I can do it, where I'm going to pull up my page, my window that has all of the new releases like last week. I'm just going to minimize myself like last week as well. The only fly in the ointment is that I'm going to be putting on my makeup. I also attempted, now where am I? Oh goodness. I also attempted to, how do I, huzzah. I also attempted to rig my camera. So hopefully, fingers crossed, you guys won't be any delay at all. I think you guys see what I've done. Uh-oh, I see a message. I haven't purchased anything so far this month. I am holding out till holiday sales since we are weeks away, and I want to purchase the Hourglass Locust Flower palette during the Sephora sale. That's definitely understandable, reasonable, all of the above. I completely understand why you would do that. And yeah, I definitely think that, especially if you're not like some form of influencer, or even like if you want to save money, waiting until those sales, because you know Hourglass is going to do a 20% off sale. So if you want to customize that palette, you can, but also you know it's going to be available at Sephora. You know Ulta's going to try to match it as well. So I definitely understand doing that. Uh-oh, another message. I think the Dior dropped today. Uh-oh. I'll be talking about that. I literally just saw it when I was looking at my phone. So I don't think I have it pinned. So remind me if you're able to stay towards the end. Remind me about that. And I think I'm actually going to pull the live chat up on my phone, because on my view, I won't be able to see the live chat and also see what's on my screen. It's very, very interesting combination. Yeah. Okay. So I will update my description box with all the items that I'm putting on my face in case you guys are interested. It's pretty much Project Pan, or testing out, getting my final thoughts on some items, because I do want to do a roundup pretty soon here with a bunch of items. So first things first is the Ravi Beauty blushes. Also, it's thundering. It's been raining all day. So if you hear that, my bad. Mother Nature is going through it right now. So Ravi Beauty is coming out with a bunch of baked blushes, and there are 3 different shades. There's like a dark maroon, there's like a medium neutrally toned, and then there's like a orangey coral shade. So all 3 shades actually look really pretty, and I know quite a few people who are really into more glowy baked blushes are gonna love this. I kind of have a mind to try this out. I've been really loving variety of different textures and finishes that I've been getting from blushes lately. There's so many blushes coming out. Like I said, I just picked up the Singe Beauty ones, which the finish on those, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I've never had a finish like that. They remind me of the MAC Digital Dust, something dust blushes. I don't think they're available anymore, but they're a more manageable sheen version of that. It's absolutely beautiful, and that makes sense because if you didn't know, Singe Beauty is owned by Angelica Niequist, and she used to rave about that formula. So it makes absolute sense that she came out with a more kind of palatable version of that. And I feel like these are going to be an even better alternative, except they'll be people of color friendly. I find a lot of the times these marbled blushes that are baked really are not person of color friendly, and it's just annoying. It's annoying to try to want to pick something up, be interested in the item, and it not work on you and you waste your money, you know? So I definitely think that these are really, really pretty. So yeah, I definitely, sorry. I was like trying to really focus and read y'all's message. I definitely think these are pretty. I'm not 100% convinced that I'm going to be picking these up. I know the brand has these in like glossy lips or balms or something like that. I haven't tried those either, so maybe it would be kind of nice to like try the brand overall. Definitely let me know down below if you are interested in seeing anything from this brand and if you're really interested in these products. I think if anything, two shades that I know will most likely work on me is that darker maroon and that light coral. I don't know about that like more nudie tanny shade. I think there's just going to be a little bit too much brown for it to really show up on my skin tone, but it might appear similar to the Hourglass lighter shade, that like peachy shade that really didn't show up in the way that I like blushes to show up. It might be something very similar to that. But like you were saying, Lock Nation, I definitely agree. I prefer Ulta's point system. I mean, there's really nothing to top it, not even at Sephora. It really doesn't top it. But I've never had the issue personally with my items showing up damaged and broken. Not from Ulta. And I've ordered from Ulta. I actually ordered today from their 21 Days of Beauty. This is the first day in the whole period of time that I actually ordered from them. I was going to order a couple days ago, but I forgot. I was at work because I work overnight, in case you guys didn't know, and we were busy, and I just it passed my brain, especially because I sleep during the day on the days to prep for going to work. Make sense? Maybe not. So I missed that day, but today I mainly ordered the Nabla. They had like the Nabla glowy lip balm products, and I've been wanting to pick those up. There was also some press-on sets that I wanted for the Halloween season and some other bits and bobs that I threw in the cart. So of course I'll be showing you guys those items. Do not worry. Nothing really crazy new that like I think you guys will like really need to live or die. Knowing now, I'll show you guys eventually. Agreed. I feel like sometimes it's like there's one item that really forces me to want to try a brand like really quickly, really early on. And because I don't have attachment to the owner and none of the products have really pushed me towards the edge, I haven't thus yet. But you know me, if they come out with like a baked bronzer, oh, I'm trying the whole line. The whole line. ABH is coming out with a new 9 pan, and this is really interesting. It's been a while since ABH, I feel like, has come out with stuff. I think at one point people were like, you know, guessing that Norvina, or not Norvina, Norvina's mom, right? Yeah, Anastasia. She like kind of took back over the creative aspect of the brand when Norvina really went in on all of the releases at one point. I think this is really pretty. I think this makes sense, especially right now with not Gen X, but the generation after that. Gen Alpha, learned that last night. Didn't know that that was another generation. I thought we only had Gen X. But Gen Alpha has been like really into these very neutral eye looks, and also Gen Z as well. They also have been really into it. So, you know, I think it's really cute, but I definitely think that if you get any of the latest palettes from Natasha Denona, whether it's the gold, whether it's the I Need a Nude, or even the I Need a Warm palette, I don't think you need this. Or you can get this instead of getting those three. Granted, the gold is quite a bit more gold on the shimmers, but I think the general color scheme and the general eye looks that you can create out of this are the same, and it's just not necessary to get all of them if you have, you know, any combination of those particular items. But I'm sure this is relatively cheaper than the Natasha Denonna's. I want to say that these were at one point $32 full price, but they also always went to TJ Maxx. I mean, people were buying these left and right at TJ Maxx, so definitely keep that in mind in case you don't want to spend the full 30 some odd dollars, but you like the color scheme. You might be able to hold out till TJ Maxx, especially because quite a few brands are actually having TJ Maxx be a full-on like retailer where they kind of automatically get their products without them being like third-party sold from Sephora, Ulta, or wherever have you. Did you guys see this from Made by Mitchell? I've never tried them. Every time I've thought about like potentially making the plunge to purchase from them, the fact that they're only available at Beauty Bay and I've never bought from Beauty Bay has just kind of, I don't want to say thrown me off, but I've just never made the plunge pretty much. I will say I did not realize this is a blush and highlighter duo. I thought they were both blushes because they both look shimmery, but I think the ones on the right are more of the highlighter and the ones on the left are more of like a marbled blush. Uh-oh, we're getting some messages. I haven't tried this brand. Oh, no, just kidding. I can't keep the all generation. Oh, yeah. 100%. Like I said, I found out about that today because I work with quite a few Gen X's and they were talking about Gen Alpha. And I said, what is that? What are we talking about here? Is that not you? So, you know, me and my millennial self just stays in my corner, learning more about the kids and the new lingo and all of that. I've learned so much from the people that I work with that are younger than me. It's astonishing how old I feel at 30. It's astonishing. It really, really is. But these blush duos, I think they look actually quite pretty, but I'm worried that they're unnecessarily glowy, especially the blush side. I like that they're not both the same type of product though. I like that it's one blush and one highlighter. So if you like the colorway, you can get like a cheek look, both blush and highlighter that blend together and, you know, overall make your look beautiful. So I definitely like that aspect of this product and the packaging and all of that. Am I going to try it? Honestly, probably not. Because if I haven't made an order from Beauty Bay now, I probably won't have a reason or feel the urge to ever truly make an order when it comes to Beauty Bay. But like I said, some of the shades are really pretty, especially these like warmer tones in this bottom three. Those are really, really pretty. I do think this lilac one, which is like mainly highlighted, is more unique. But the likelihood that I'm going to use a lilac that light, especially when you're seeing it on that model's face, I'm not really sure I'm going to reach for it on a consistent basis. That's good to know. It's really good to know that you've never had an issue with Beauty Bay. I'm one of those people, I'll buy from everywhere, and there's like sometimes where you have to draw a line, and I find that the line has just been, you know, not buying from Beauty Bay personally. They're now on TikTok Shop. I've literally never bought from TikTok Shop. I honestly basically don't even use my TikTok anymore. I'm one of those people where if I hear the sounds, like, you know, the sounds that go viral or whatever, if I hear those even within like 6-ish hours of me trying to go to bed, I will have that sound going on repeat in my head in addition to like the list of things that I have to get done when I wake up. So I just kind of cut TikTok out of my life and really don't use it. Definitely let me know if you do try the brand though. I would love to hear you guys' opinions. And for those who have tried the brand, definitely let me know down below. I mean, if there's a particular item that you say is fantastic and you highly recommend, of course I'm going to take you guys' word for it and I'm going to try to get my grubby hands on it. But until then, I think I'm going to chill. I think I am going to chill. So I'm just going to feel the room. How are we still feeling when it comes to the Too Faced palettes? I know one person said they wanted me to use the Adept Duology palette. Are we still all in accordance that you want that? Or does some people want me to use like live the Hourglass palette? Let me know down below. I'm gonna just throw on some cream bronzer and then I will attempt to see the request in the description. Next is a whole bunch of favorite sets when it comes to Sephora's brand. So Sephora does a lot of favorite sets. Last week I talked about the smaller packaging, mainly like the favorite sets of the favorite blush, the favorite this, the favorite that, in those like cute like teddy bags. This one is like the advent calendar, and oops, I did not mean to like it. It's okay. Can I not scroll? There we go. You know, the one thing I guess I should say is that if you did not want, or if you wanted the advent calendar, maybe don't look because they clearly have the items. I won't go through like what the items are, but I will say that this could be beneficially good for you. Like I always say, when it comes to these items, make sure that you want all of the items. Otherwise, unless you have somebody that you know you can gift the items that you don't want, they're just going to be sitting in your collection and you will have spent that money on items you're not going to use, and then that's not beneficial. It's really, really not. If you were interested in all these items, feel free, go for it. And if you like the novelty of an advent calendar, once again, go for it. I've never been that person. I like to know what I'm getting. And granted, that's why I think they started showing the items prior to people purchasing it. But I'll be that person that I either forget to open up the package one day, or I open them all up on the first day. There's really no in between. I'm not very structured in being able to do it once a day. So it's not for me. And I don't think it's available yet, but I know linked down below, I have it to the Sephora favorites page. So when it does become available, you should be able to go to that link if you want to shop through that link, and you should be good to go. I forgot to say at the intro, I apologize. All the links down below are affiliated. That's why there's an asterisk behind it. If you shop through it, I do get a small commission. No worries though, if you don't want to, you can always, I think you can still generally copy and paste the name and you should be able to find it in the search bar. There is that. I also have all of the items, not all the items, Lord, all of the pages that I follow on Instagram down below. I think I need to update it because I did not know Makeup on Your Radar has a new page. I found her randomly, so I do need to update that, and that will be a part of the updating with what I actually put on my face. Keeping it going, I'm actually going to use at least a bit of the Hourglass just for the bronzer. I want to see how the bronzer builds on my normal cream bronzer, and then it looks like everybody that has said something has said to go to the Adept palette. So I will go ahead and do that. I haven't used TikTok in a long time, deleted the app for now. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel the need to delete the app. I probably should because I need memory on like all of my devices, but I can't be bothered. At least not yet. Maybe in the future I will delete it. So Fenty is coming out with a bunch of stuff for holiday, as is so many other brands, right? And so this is a trio of her lip gloss or balm set. I will say I recently got a trio very similar to this for a bridal shower, and I actually loved it. I was able to keep a handful of the trio items, like I think 2 of them for myself, and I gave 1 for Mama Bear, and she, I'm sure, is using it and loving it as well. So I definitely think this is something that is a cute little set to pick up for yourself, for your loved one, whatever. And they're minis, right? So you know you're going to get use out of it, especially because it's a gloss, if you're into glosses, that is. So I definitely like the concept of it. It looks like you get the shades Dragon, what does that say? Dragon Mommy Heat Universal Lip and Fenty Glow. Of course, Fenty Glow is her kind of universal basic color that she did originally. Like that's the shade that everybody knows. And that's just your automatic, oh yeah, Fenty shade. I definitely like that shade, and I've not tried the other two formulas because I think the Dragon Mommy is a different formula. I haven't tried that formula, and I haven't tried her heat formula, but I do really like Fenty's items generally, but you can also get them 30% off. Honestly, all of these products you can get discounted, so don't feel the need to rush and buy them now. They will be available. There's plenty of Fenty items that are still on sale at Sephora from last year, so from their holiday. Let me correct that. So please do not feel the need to rush and pick up any of these items. It's truly not necessary. They're available and they will still be there when you want them. I get that. I get that. Too bothered to keep moving on with the trends. And have you heard all of the new like phrases that Gen Alpha says like what's the sigma is basically like who's the alpha, asking who's the leader in the group. Why not just say who's the leader? I don't understand. I will never understand that. So it looks like REM, which is Ariana Grande's brand, is doing a collaboration with Wicked. Once again, I'm pretty sure we knew about this, and I'm pretty sure I vaguely hinted about this, but now we're starting to see some product pictures filtered in with the hints. Makes perfect sense. She's starring in the movie. It looks like there may be some lip products. I know that bottom packaging in the bottom left is very reminiscent of lip products that she's already had. Maybe like a glowy highlighter or liquid highlighter, and maybe like a cheek product up here. Who knows? Maybe this is like a glitter eyeshadow, because I'm pretty sure she has shimmery. Oh no, it didn't work. I really thought it was gonna work. Sorry guys. I should be back in a little bit. Let's see. Did I pop back up? Let me. Nope. At least not on your boot. Okay, yeah, I'm back. My little rubber band concoction doesn't seem to have worked. But yeah, so it looks like she's pretty much taking products that she potentially has already formulated for her brand and just releasing versions for Wicked. Makes perfect sense. Really, it does. Whether I'm going to pick it up, I don't know. I will say Wicked is the one play that I've seen multiple times in multiple different countries. So I kind of like it for that aspect of things. But even when One Size did their collaboration, I didn't run to get anything, and they had a beautiful highlighter. And I loved my highlighter from One Size that I have. I will cherish that thing till the end of time, the very end of time. But it doesn't look like we see, oh, what is that? Maybe like a liquid highlighter, maybe? Yeah, so it'll be really interesting to see what they come up with. It looks like it's going to be available for holiday 2024, so that should be coming up very, very soon. But we'll have to see. We will have to see. I literally, so I'm millennial, so when the Gen X, when they were explaining it, no, they weren't even explaining it because they were confused too. They found a video on TikTok and they were showing me. I was like, what is this? What is this? And even the kid, so it was like a kid being interviewed by like an older guy. I would say he's probably upper millennial, if not whatever the generation is before millennials. I don't really know. And like between him and his mom, they were both confused every time the Gen Alpha was saying what the things meant. It was a whole thing. And then he was saying what Riz meant. I was like, y'all can keep y'all newfangled words because I don't want to keep up. I don't. I'm perfectly fine getting older in my age. I really am. I rep it. I'm a millennial and I love it. So NYX is adding to their glue range, and now they're coming out with a primer and a setting spray. And I think this makes sense. It makes perfect sense. I've actually been panning my brow pencil from this, not my brow pencil, they don't have brow pencil, Blake, my brow gel from this range. And what I will say is, don't sleep on the e.l.f. products. So I originally had the brow glue and I didn't understand it. I didn't particularly like it. And I found that the issue is I had too much product on the little spoolie that came out originally, and so it was just gloppy on my brows. It was too much, and so it wasn't really giving me what I wanted. It held my brows, but it didn't give me the flared kind of feathered effect that I particularly like. So what I will say, I'm not particularly gonna run out to try these items. I have been enjoying the handful of e.l.f. items that I picked up lately. Even my concealer that I put on today is e.l.f. and you know, it definitely has done the job. I definitely think that there is a higher level when it comes to beauty and cosmetics in general lately, where you're not going to really find anything terrible. Everything's going to be a good product. It just matters if it's going to be a good product for you and if it's going to work on your skin tone. Those are the two things I think, like in the 2024 era, that you really have to worry about. So I'm not going to say I'm going to like completely endorse this, but I'm sure that these are great quality, or at least a decent quality. I have yet to find a decent setting spray from e.l.f. though. And I will say the one primer that I'm working with, I think I already have my opinions, I'm pretty sure, is their dupe for the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. It's nice. It's nice. I mean, they duped it though, so like it didn't really take much brain capacity for them to really create that product. But for me, that's not really what a lot of people go to drugstore for, right? A lot of people go to drugstore because they don't want to spend boohoo money on a non-necessity. And I won't say non-necessity and say that that's for everybody, because for some people wearing makeup is a necessity because that helps them, give them the confidence to do what they need to do and be great. But I hope you guys get what I'm saying. What is this in my hair? Yeah, so I don't laminate. I just like for my brows to be like pressed down and like feathered out. And originally, can I see it? I'm telling you guys, I can't see for my life without my glasses. I can't even see it in my little drawer, but it's a little small, like e.l.f. glue, very similar to this. But at the beginning, I just felt like it had too much product. And speaking of e.l.f., I'm actually going to be testing out this product because I want to finalize my thoughts on it. I just think overall, you go to like an e.l.f., you go to like a NYX, Covergirl, etc., because you just want items that work for what you need in a pinch or just to stay affordable. You don't really go to them because you want them to be like insanely creative. Now, would it be nice if they were insanely creative? Yes, but I don't feel like most shoppers or avid drugstore purchasers are really looking for that. That is no problem at all. Thank you for joining me, even if it was just for a second. Beauty boo. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it. And thank you for taking the time to put in the chat that you were here and that you also have a meeting. Definitely let me know like if this is a bad time. I'm trying to figure out a good time for everybody, because the last time I did this video, it was super dark. One, because I got on so late, but I just don't want it to be too dark and you guys don't get decent quality. but I also don't want it to like interfere with y'all's time. And I pretty much have these nights fully open. So if there's a time that's better, whether later, earlier, let your girl know, because Monday's my first day off. So I have the sky's my oyster on these days. So Urban Decay is really emphasizing their bread and butter. I truly hope that they don't become a Charlotte Tilbury in this aspect, but nonetheless, this is their holiday releases, and they're really focusing on the fact that they went viral last year for Space Cowboy. I got really confused. I forgot that the top pops off. Oh, I knew I put a lip oil for my lips because they are dry. And so let's talk about these two products. First things first, they both appear to be eyeshadow products. The first one is the Moon Dust Space Cowboy Glitter Eyeshadow Quad. So I like that they give you a quad of just glitter eyeshadows in case you like that formula, but you want different shades. From what I've heard, it's different shades than what they have available. So that is nice. Let me try to click through to it. Yeah, here it goes. So these are the 4 shades. I don't think that they have the names in this description box, but from what I remember, they are new. I think that they look beautiful on the models, as they should. Like, they want people to be enticed to want to pick them up. And I like that we have different versions. Oh, here are the names. So, oh goodness, why is this so far away? So the name is Space Cowboy Rides Again, Sparkle Hour, Lunar Lit, and A-List Energy. I think they all look really, really pretty. I think my two that I would probably get the most use out of is the Lunar Lit and the Cowboy Rides Again. And this is the Lunar Lit on a darker skin tone. That looks a lot cooler tone than I was expecting, honestly, based on the broken down shade. So maybe honestly I wouldn't get use out of those two. Maybe I would get use out of the opposite two that have more of a warmer tone. But what I like about this release from Urban Decay is that they did not only release one palette. So they didn't kind of make it so that you had to want just a full shimmer palette. They also released this 5-pan, which although I'm not a huge fan of the packaging, I like that this 5-pan has what I believe is like mattes or mattes with shimmer. So if you're somebody who wants some form of matte in your product, you are able to get it here. So for that, I appreciate Urban Decay for doing. And I'm pretty sure that in the Moondust Space Cowboy Glitter Eyeshadow Palette, which is $49 compared to the quad, which is $39, you get the variety there. That would be probably the one that I would reach for picking up most often. I didn't realize that it was already available. Oh, it's not available yet. So the quad is available now at Sephora. The palette won't be available at Ulta until the 29th. And once again, that makes sense. Most of these mainstream brands tend to release one product at Ulta and one product at Sephora minimum. So once again, I like that. Of course, the one product that I'm more likely to reach for is at my more purchased retailer, which is Ulta. So maybe I'll pick it up. I probably want to go in store. If all things go according to plan, I will be having a shop with me drop on Wednesday. And maybe I will still go out to do some more shop with me type content for next week. Or not even next week, because the 29th isn't next week, but after this drops, to see some of the more recent holiday releases in person, because there's all fun and games talking about these items here, but seeing the items, swatching them, feeling the textures, all of that, seeing the differences, that is, I think, really important when it comes to what you actually need and what you don't need. Have I missed anything? It's the perfect time. My first time here, and I'm truly thank you. I'm so happy you're enjoying it. Yeah, honestly, I don't like the packaging of the star either, but I like the products that are within. And if I can use Ulta points, it might be the move. Although I don't think I have any more Ulta points left because I just blew a lot of Ulta points. I think I spent like 150 some odd points on my cart today, so that I only had to pay like $3. So like I said, that haul will be coming up, and maybe I won't have enough points to potentially pick these items up. And I think actually Dion just showcased on her community tab that Ulta is doing 5 times the points, so maybe I picked the worst time to use my points, but it is all good. I like the concept of this palette. Whether I will pick it up, I'd have to see it in store, and it's gonna be a points only thing. I refuse to buy that full price, and if I pick it up with my money, it's gonna be once it goes on 50% off. Because even though Urban Decay is very popular, they still have their 50% off sales, and I'm gonna hold to those. All right, so really quickly, let me see if I am talented enough. We're going to hide that, and we're gonna put me really big. I want to show you guys this really, really quickly, and then we'll go back to the makeup releases. Did it work? The delay is killing me slowly. I don't know what is happening and what's not happening. Let's see, let's see. Oh, oops. I minimized myself. Whew. Okay, so here is the duology palette that you guys wanted me to see, and I figured I'd just do some quick swatches for you guys. So I'll do all of the highlighters together and all of the blushes together, and I will do my best to get you guys the names. So the first one is Orange Pearl, and this is the Shimmery Orange palette. Good gracious. This is the Shimmery Orange shade. Try to get a full swatch so you guys can see it on my skin tone. All right. And then we have the Sometimes Violet, which is like a cool toned violet. And that has like a blue reflect to it. That's actually really pretty, but I think that's going to definitely be an acquired taste. Also, that's very similar to the Made by Mitchell duo that we saw earlier. Last on the highlighters, we have Roses Are Red, which is a beautiful deep maroon red shade. It's really, really pretty. Let's do another swatch. Beautiful. Those are actually really, really pretty. If I had to say like which two I'm going to reach for most often, it's going to be these two. I tend to reach for warmer tone shades in general, just more. So definitely intrigued on that. Then the bottom three are matte blushes. So we have Honey Never Spoils, which is just a matte kind of mauve-y tone. Definitely has a decent amount of white base pigment to there, so that's why it may appear to look ashy depending on how darker your skin tone is compared to mine. Then we have Magenta, which is just a bright pinky tone. Very bright pinky tone. That also has like a bluer base, not necessarily white. I was expecting more of a whiter base to that one. And this one is the one that has more of the ombre to it. And it's called Duology 1. And this is like a tangerine type tone. It kind of reminds me of the orange that Singe came out with. And I decided to skip it because I felt like it wasn't going to be dark enough for me. But that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, so that's the palette. Not the most artistic swatches there, but hopefully it still gives you guys the view in case you were interested. I'm just gonna clean off my arm real quick. And then we will continue on with our normal programming. And I also need to figure out what shades I'm going to use based on what eyeshadows I'm just going to use. I was going to also throw on this Lunar Beauty cream blush, but maybe I'll just do this today and I'll do the cream blush another day. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, let me pop on and show you guys the screen recording. I think it's showing. On my side of things, it appears to be. Definitely let me know if you guys can't see what's going on with my screen other than just me minimized. No, I see the delay now. We're good. Okay, so Bella Beauty Bar is coming out with a new palette, and this is the Poison Garden Magnetic Palette. It retails for $75. Now, I know this brand is expensive, but they just feel like expensive. Or is it just me? I don't know. I've never tried them. I hear great things from YouTubers. Granted, these are typically the YouTubers that are getting these products for free. I don't know. I think the palette looks cute. I think the biggest catch for them is the shimmers. As for the color scheme, not particularly for me, personally. And the one thing I will say that I was intrigued by is the fact that they're coming out with perfumes. It seems like a lot of smaller brands are coming out with perfumes, and this one is a cherry scent. I know that Angelica Nyquist said that she was going to go ahead and purchase this if she doesn't get it in PR, and I'm gonna wait for her because I want to hear if she smelled Kyalie's Love Fest and also Tom Ford's cherry scent. I want to see how this compares to them, because I mean, to me, I don't need 10,000 cherries, and if it's similar in any way to either of those, I'm gonna easily pass. I probably won't end up picking them up because I'm really focusing on downsizing my perfumes. I love perfume. I think it's great to smell great, but there's a limit on how much perfume you actually need in your collection because perfume expires. Yes, makeup expires, but perfume expires, and you don't want an expired perfume going on your body. So yeah, I definitely am gonna be working on those in these next couple of bits. I definitely think that the swatches were really pretty as well. So far, what I will say is that I'm working on using the Duology blush, the Duology 1, because that's the one that I felt like most attracted to between the three mattes. And it's barely showing up on me. This is a brush I tend to reach for a lot, but I am going to try just another brush. They're both synthetic, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm one of those people, I like a whole lot of blush. I want it to look like it's an obvious swatch of blush, you know what I mean? And this is like you have to build it up, which is good in the long run for a majority of people. I'm sure they prefer their blush to be built up. I'm just weird, and I like a huge impact of blush. This looks very subtle to me. Yeah, we'll zoom in towards the end so that you guys can see what's going on with my face, and you guys can ask questions, and we can have like a Q&A at the end. But let's talk about this Ensley Rain Cosmetics palette. So this is their Underworld palette, and I don't know why this is the one that I'm showing. I'm pretty sure I pinned another version. Maybe it's coming up later and I accidentally pinned both. But this is what the palette looks like inside. I like certain parts of this palette. That middle 9 pan I think is absolutely stunning. Even if we took from the middle row, if you see that purple, so we took that column all the way to the right where you have that deep teal in the bottom right corner. So we take those 4 columns, I think I would have picked up this palette. As petty as it may seem, those 3 shades in the left hand side, that like white, that like weird multicolored thing, and then that lighter blue, those just aren't for me. Those aren't shades that intrigue me at all. And so for that reason, I'm not going to be picking this up. I've told you guys before, this is the time where I really have to be critical because I am easily somebody who wants to buy everything. Everything. And this is holiday season. I want to spend time with my family. That means traveling. That means I need money to travel. I have a trip coming up if we can ever finalize certain things. So there's just so many other things that I have to budget and plan for in the back of my head that even though this is a beautiful palette in some context, the whole kit and caboodle isn't beautiful to me. So I'm going to go ahead and pass. Like I said, these palettes are quite expensive. Let me go back. I think on the pinned comment it said, oh, it doesn't say how expensive, but these are typically high 60s, if not 70s. So I'm going to personally skip on this. I think it's beautiful, certain parts of it, but I can't afford to pick it up, at least not right now. I'm going to use this new brush that I picked up from Singe, this F06, and I'm going to use that to kind of brush the orange peel shade on as a pearl, not peel, as a highlighter. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so About Face is coming out with some liquid blushes. These are called their Blush Rush Pigment Fluid Blush products. These are new. They are already, I believe, on the Ulta website. It's 6 different shades and they're $18 each. I think these look beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I also did not have an issue with their previous shades. I actually just picked up one of their cream blushes and I love it. I think it shows up on my skin tone. It's pigmented, it's blendable, it stays long term. So I definitely think I'm gonna go ahead and pick up at least one of these. I think that I could get away with using all of these except for the bottom left-hand corner one. That looks a little too light for me. Every other shade though, I think I would actually enjoy using. I've really been experimenting in reaching out when it comes to my blush shades and I've really been enjoying it. I've been enjoying About Face. There's really not anything that I've tried that I've hated from the brand. So I definitely want to go ahead and pick one of these up. Like I said, had I thought about it, I would have thrown it in the Ulta cart that I made today. But maybe this is something that I can go in store, do some swatches for you guys, and then really make an educated guess outside of just looking at them here. So definitely let me know down below if you'd want to see me showcase them. I know that this is a product that is very hyped up right now. So maybe by the time I get them out, you guys will have already made your decision by other creators, but let me know if you want to hear my opinions. Otherwise, I'll get them in my own time and kind of slowly show them to you guys. You saw them today. Did you see them in store? Let me know, because I want to say that we are similar skin tones. So let me know which shades you recommend to me and which shades you say, you know, can skip by. Because just based on like online, it looks like only one shade doesn't work for me. You're saying I need to showcase them. Okay. All right. I will get to that. I'm going to be on the road this weekend, i.e. tomorrow for me, because this is my weekend, because I work at a 24-hour agency, but I will work on that. You best believe I will. Makeup Forever is coming out with some more of these huge palettes. It seems like these are very popular. I thought at one point they were really marketing these only to makeup artists, but it seems like because they've been sending this out as PR to influencers, a lot of influencers have been recommending them, and then maybe, you know, everyday Joe Schmoes have been picking this up instead of picking up, you know, 10 different single palettes or single products, and then they just have a palette that has, you know, a multitude of different shades. It's not for me. It's not for me. I don't like the concept of this. I like my little single packs. Don't get me wrong. Will I buy a face palette? Yes. Yes, I will. But this is just not for me. It's not. I don't like the double-sided the concept. It would be my luck that the shades shatter from one side to the next. Even though they're creams, it'd be my luck. It's just not for me. It's also $88 and limited edition. Absolutely not. Okay, so I was right. Only one doesn't work. I felt like it based on the look of it in store or in store online. So I'm excited. Thank you for that. Yeah, yeah. Makeup Forever is definitely doing a 25% off sale right now. Honestly, I considered picking up some more of my favorite lip liners. So this is the lip liner that's currently in my project pan. It's the Artist Color pencil, and they just came out with the waterproof edition, and obviously they have these. I love the shade Limitless Brown, and they came out with this shade in the waterproof edition. I was this close to picking it up, especially when I was doing the links for this video, but I talked myself out of it, and I think it's a good thing. I really want to see how long this pencil lasts, and I want to get through this first and then potentially go ahead and pick up another shade. I also have quite a few random lip liners that like I picked up to try the brand or just to have, or they used to be a favorite formula, but this is my favorite formula. So the one thing I will say is Makeup Forever does a lot of sales. 25% off honestly isn't even the most that they will put on sale. So if you get it, get it. But I will say they do usually do 30% off friends and family. So I'm going to wait for that. And hopefully by then I will have got through a lot more of these lip liners and feel like it's a little bit better for me to have spent my money on that. I forgot to use this stupid cream highlighter. Oh well, I'll have to do with all those in another time. Thank you. It, like I said, it's one of my favorites. It's not my perfect undertone, but the depth really works for my skin tone. Fantastic. I absolutely love it. And we are chugging through. We're chugging through. Definitely let me know how you're liking the live streams for this type of video. If you're liking me do a full face, let me know down below. And if you are liking this video, I would love it if you give it a huge thumbs up. And if you aren't already subscribed, please click that button if you want to. If not, no worries. I'm glad you were here. See, I knew I pinned the Ensley Rain. I just pinned it later accidentally. We've already talked about that. So let's keep going. I got to find my eyeshadow primer and the eyeshadow palette. And I think, yeah, we're almost done. Okay. Tarte. Now, bear with me. Usually, I could care less about Tarte, okay? But they have a good foundation. Makeup Forever, I have one foundation from them. I don't use it very often because I'm really trying to target older foundations. I don't remember what it is. You guys will see it in the declutter, which will be obviously in December, which I've already low-key planned. I'm really excited for my Swagmas, and yes, I will be doing it this year. But I do recommend, honestly, a lot of things from Makeup Forever. There's a reason they've been around for so long, and they've been able to stay in Sephora for a long period of time. Their products are staples, and they are fantastic. They may not be the flashiest thing in the world, but they have solid products. They are like the steady person, steady and dependable. That's what they are. They are the steady and independable brand in Sephora. Highly recommend. You like their foundation, Alicia. Is that somebody's name? Oh, duh. Yes, it is. Sorry guys. Long day, long week. So Tarte Holiday. They have, of course, their normal sets, right? They always do these sets where they have an obscene amount of blushes. And at one point, I felt like all the YouTubers were saying, get these blushes, these are great. I didn't have the best experience with these, but what I will say is these tones look a lot brighter and deeper. So maybe they will work on darker skin, but I'm not going to be taking my money to buy them to try it. I'm sorry, not sorry. As for the eyeshadow palettes, they look cute. They're in my alley. They're in my wheelhouse. I'm definitely in the neutral family of wearing eyeshadow lately. Still not for me though. When it comes to this lip set situation, I've still not tried any of them from the brand, so not something that I would say run out to get. But if I memory serves me correctly, you get one out of a, a variety of different formulas that they've created with this range. So I think if you are interested in trying the range, this would be a nice way to do it. And I'm sure you can get this on sale. It's Tarte. They eventually go on sale on their website, on Sephora, on Ulta, everywhere. Like I said, these blushes, they definitely look like they're a darker skin friendly approved just on their promos. And just based on seeing the stills, I would have assumed they were. Maybe if I see these in Ulta, I'll swatch them for you guys so you guys can see them on my skin tone in case you are interested. I definitely think they're pretty. I don't need that much blush. And like I said, Tarte is not one of those brands that I'm really checking for. I think sometimes their certain items are cute, but I'm not really checking for them at all. The lip shades look cute once again, not really checking for them. The mascaras, I know a lot of people will reach for a Tarte mascara. I get it. Not really my jam. It's not really something that I need. I like to try variety in their in mascaras in general, and I want to say I've tried all of these mascaras and I thought they were fine. None of them were really, live or die. So that's what I would say about that. But there's one particular product that I really want to talk about. Maybe it's not in this pen, in this version. I need to find it. There's one item that I'm checking for when it comes to the Tarte holiday this year, and I thought it was in this post, but I guess not. So we'll keep going, and if I don't find it, please remind me along with that new item or that new release that we talked about from Dior. Remind me, because I will forget. Trust and believe, your girl will forget in a heartbeat. Let's see. What's next? Now, I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings in case you are like really feeling this, but this looks gaudy and ugly to me. Absolutely ugly to me. I'm not checking for these at all. Nothing in this collection at all. But in case you are, this is the Guerlain 2024 holiday release where you have a lip lacquer velvet. You have some cases. You have an eyeshadow palette and their powder balls and a limited edition compact. Like I said, I'm not checking for this in the least. It's just, no, not at all. Honestly, packaging alone to me, I could not even keep a straight face and bring this in my collection. I could not. I really, really couldn't. Oh, you need some Guerlain. Oops. I'm sorry. I hope you like it if you do pick it up. It's just not for me. I don't like anything about it. I'm sorry. And in case you're wondering, I'm using the Avatar palette that I picked up from Lethal Cosmetics. I talked about it in the beginning in case you came late. I told myself I wasn't going to talk about this, but it's here, so I guess I will. I don't have it linked though because I was not intending to talk about this. This is the Dyson new products. I've never had a Dyson. I never plan to get a Dyson. I love my pattern hair brush, so I don't need this, and I don't do a lot of heat on my hair. So this is just not something that I'm interested in personally. But I mean, it looks like these are just an additional barrel and a different multi-styler product. These are all really expensive. Student loans are back. I can't with that. I cannot with that. Oh, there we go. My Tarte product I want to talk about is in this release. Let's see. What'd you say? I'm confused with this Guerlain release. Yeah, it's not visually appealing to me at all either. But I don't think I'm their target audience at the end of the day. Like, their target audience is like older than my mother, So I usually don't sweat it. There is that. This is a pass for me as well. Just some of the lippies. Yeah, I'm sure some of their lip products are really cute, like, and they're really good quality, but that packaging, I couldn't keep a straight face if I really did buy that. Like, I would be chuckling and giggling like a 2-year-old child if I brought some of their packaging into my collection. At least that one. Why is my mouse not working? Yes, older rich women. Yes. Specifically, generally white women. I wasn't going to say it, but since you put it out there, let's just go fully throttle with it. I love my supersonic trier. Really, I'm very happy with my pattern one. I feel like it works for the handful of times a year I actually blow dry my hair. I usually don't feel the need to, as long as I actually do my hair before I go to bed. I just don't need to dry it to get my true length. Um, and this is not my true length, in case you're wondering. This is like 3 days of not doing my hair. But I also am very close to wash day, and I was at the end of a very stressful week, so I did not care about my hair being cute. I just needed to get through the week, if you know what I mean. But I love to hear that you love your dryer. I am very happy that it works for you. I got my hair dryer for free, basically, because I used Ulta points, and I'm gonna ride that hair dryer until it's dead in a coffin. So this is those heart release that I really wanted to talk about. It's pretty. It's pretty. And I'm checking for it. I'll visually be looking for it. I'll probably swatch it when I go to like Ulta to do the holiday releases in a video, hopefully like a vloggy type video for you guys. And it looks like it could be deep enough. I think that the finishes are perfect. This feels like a face palette equivalent to the Ravi Beauty palette or blushes that I talked about at the beginning of this video. It feels like an equivalent, although I'm sure these are more shimmery, but these just look more appealing in a way. Those were more marbled, and I just don't have the best track record with marbled shades actually giving me the pigment that I like. Because like I said, I like pigment. I want it to look crazy until I blend her out. And I feel like the Mavi would just look, the Ravi Beauty blushes would just look cute, but I'd have to build it up. These I don't feel like I'd have to build up. These I think would be ridiculously shiny and ridiculously pigmented, all wrapped up into one. So I'm interested. I can't lie. I really am. There's also sets for Ole Henriksen. Ole Henriksen is specifically and mainly skincare. They're slowly getting into makeup with their lip balms. Their lip balms are really nice. They're not my favorite. They're not Mama Bear's favorite either, but they're nice. They're solid lip balms. What I will say is I would definitely strongly recommend, if you have a type of skincare or a brand of skincare that you typically will buy throughout the year, get them in these holiday sets, especially if you can get them during a sale. So not only are the products already discounted in their value set, but then you get that sale on top. You're saving money. You're saving a whole lot of money, and then you can work through those products throughout the year. But I would also caution on having too many backups, because at the end of the day, skincare will expire, and then you're not going to get the benefits that you expected to out of the products that you spent your money on. It's definitely different than having backups of makeup. So that would be my opinion on that. What's happening? Oh, is this a commercial? I forgot to take those off. I'm sorry, guys. Shrinkage is real. It is very real. Very real, okay? Like, I can put my hair in a ponytail and have decent hang time of like a puff, but you wouldn't know it right now because my hair just said goodbye. It said, I want to crawl away and get closer to you. So, yeah, that would be my 2 cents when it comes to that. I also did not intend to keep this. This is not anything new, so we're going to skip that. I just need to find a brush to do my lid shade because I have my claws and I want this to actually be a decent eye look. So give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Oh, perfect. Elysium. Gisu is coming out with another shade in this lip oil situation. Honestly, after their original lip oil and people were freaking out about how bad it smelled, I was not interested in ever trying this. So I have yet to try it. I'm not particularly interested in trying it. And those are my thoughts. Thank you and welcome to my TED Talk. It's a cute color. That's it. That's all I got. That is all your girl has got today. These shades all look beautiful. I kind of want to try to finesse to wear all of them. I don't know if I can though, but we're going to try. Let me swatch them to see which is darkest. They're all quite light. That wasn't helpful. That was not helpful at all. You have a lime green one, like a more olivey one, and then more of a foiled one. I think I'm gonna do olive green into lime green into foiled. Let's see if that works. At the worst, it's makeup. Oop. At the worst, it's makeup, and I'll just take it off. So, as I do that, let me talk about the next release. This is from Shiseido, and this is their collaboration with Hunter Schafer, I want to say is their name. So I tried to link this. It looks like, can I get a setting spray, please? It looks like they only have their like favorite set available online. So I was not able to find this, but they have a highlight. Oops. Uh-oh. What did I do? Oh no, I deleted it. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Okay. So they have a highlighter. That's it, right? No, a highlighter, a serum, and a brush. I don't know who this person is. I'm sure it's somebody who's very famous and I should know. I'm tired of trying to keep up with the Joneses, so I don't anymore. So I don't know who this is, so I don't have that incentive. I've also never actually purchased from Shiseido, so I don't have the incentive to try this because of that either. And none of the products seem life-altering. I told you guys just a little bit ago that I need to really limit the new brands or the new things that I'm trying for the simple fact of all the other things that are going on. So this is probably going to be a skip for me long term. It looks cute, but it's a skip for me. I also need a pencil brush now that I'm doing 10,000 colors. There, perfect. Next, Bobbi Brown. So this is interesting to me for one reason and one reason only. I always feel jealous after I see Lauren Mae Beauty showcase these types of collections on her channel after they are no longer available. Every single time. She loves these types of products, and then when she showcases them, I'm like, oh, that looks real nice. I want it. And then I go to buy it, and it's no longer available. So that is the only reason why I am halfway interested in this. Am I going to pick it up? I don't know. I saw that it is available on Bobbi Brown UK, Harrods, and another UK based distributor. I'm sure it's because the collaborator is a UK based artist, and that is Carrie Rosenthal. I don't know her either, sorry. But the quad of shimmery shades look really, really pretty. That highlighter looks pretty. I'm not gonna lie, that trio of basic browns looks pretty too. So we will see. I've never tried the Bobbi Brown foundation. Absolutely never tried it. I have some Shiseido, but don't know who that is. I've never tried either. Have I tried Bobbi Brown? I tried one palette from Bobbi Brown at the very beginning of my makeup journey, and I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed. I think at that time I had already discovered indie brands, and I didn't know the difference between indie brands and like high-end brands. So I was expecting indie quality from the Bobbi Brown palette, and it was trash on a stick. I was so mad. It was so expensive. I was heated. But this is a type of palette that I think would give me the type of quality that I would appreciate. So that's why I'm considering it. Who knows if I'm going to pick it up, okay? I don't really know. We'll have to see. We'll have to reevaluate once I get back from this trip this weekend. I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's pretty, and I think I would get some really pretty looks. Is it something that I think I could not live without? That's a stretch. I definitely think I could live without this. I mean, I'll just continue to ogle the looks that Lauren May Beauty does on her channel, as I've done for years now. Every time she showcased these products, and I'm like, I really wish I picked it up. So there is that. And see, the eye look is done. I'm really liking it. I think I might add a little bit of a liner right on that tight line. I kind of want to do that. Just a little bit. Philosophy. They're coming out with collections, or let me not say collections. They're coming out with sets for the holiday as well. I like Philosophy for what I like them for, and collecting their products is not it. There's a slew of different sets. I've pretty much not tried any of these scents. There's really only one scent, and it's the Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere. I think it's towards the end. It's here. This one right here, I'd highly recommend, but I've never tried the other ones, so I'm not going to sit here and recommend you buy this duo for that. But that Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere perfume is so pretty. It's so pretty. It smells so good. It's so like warming and invigorating. I absolutely love that scent. Absolutely love it. And we're just going to create this little faux liner, and then I'll do my mascara. I'll attempt to do lashes on camera. I think the last time I did that, it was a hot toddy mess, but we'll try. We also got some information about NARS's holiday collection, and there are two main things that they've really showcased. I want to say last week we talked about their potential face palette, or have they not shown a face palette? Maybe they haven't shown a face palette, but right now we have lip products and a cheek duo. So this is a 4-pack of lip products, and I think it's a combination of their lip creams and their lip glosses, and maybe an oil or two in here. I think these are products that are staples for some people, and if you love this formula, I definitely would say go for it, because you know you're going to get use out of it throughout the year. I don't think that this is something that you should get if you've never tried the formula and you just want to know. No, I think you should only get one. I don't think you should be getting that whole 4-pack. And so for that reason, I will not be picking this up. I've never tried these formulas. I've been interested. Is that a brush hair? Yeah, that's a brush hair. I've been interested, but I've never pulled the trigger. So I'm going to pass on this. And this set is all minis, which is a very good thing. And it's $49. So not the end of the world, but also, does it have to be $49? The world may never know. I'm going to do my setting spray combo. I always do my Monica Dar first. This drenches my face. It really gets all of the colors, all of the pigments to blend in together. You will see that my blush will start to fade if it hadn't already, and that's typical. That's typical for when I use this blush or that spray. It really pushes all the products together. And then once it dries down a little bit more, I'll go in with my LYS, and then your girl's makeup will be set. So while that dries, I'm just going to do my liner and talk about the other NARS set. And that is the duo of their liquid blushes. 2 different shades. And what are the shades? In Orgasm, of course, and then Afterglow. Those are 2 very popular shades. Give me 1 second. I can't talk while I do this. So those are two very popular shades. So it definitely makes sense that they release them. But at the same time, because they're popular shades, I'm sure they already have these if you were interested in this formula and you were an avid fan of NARS. So I don't know how smart this was in the long scheme, but it is what it is. This set is, I believe these are their full sizes, and these are $45. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the second setting spray before I do my mascara, because mascara and setting spray, they never go together, ever. All right. And so now my makeup is set. After this dries down, that's when I'll do my mascara and my lashes. If I can finesse them, we'll see. And we'll be done with the makeup look, and we can really focus in on all of the new makeup that I want to talk about. So this is Nabla. Nabla is sneak peeking that they're going to be coming out with something new. Let's see if they've said what. So they just said 1809, so many memories to be made. Stay flawless while living your life, no matter how close you get. So remember, Nabla is an Italian-based indie brand. So the 1809 means September 18th. So in a handful of days, they'll probably be releasing this collection, whether it is what it actually is, or they'll be like actually making it available for sale. So yeah, it's coming on Wednesday. You're seeing these snapshots of whatever it is. I haven't purchased Nabla in a while. Like I said, I just purchased today those like lip oil things. And I'm really excited for those. But who knows? Maybe I'll pick up some more things, especially if they become available at Ulta. And you know, I get really excited to try more Nabla. It's been a while since I've tried them. They're not my favorite eyeshadow formula, which is why I really wasn't reaching to try a lot more from them recently. If I don't like your eyeshadow formula, I typically will kind of not forget, but I will no longer really highlight or prioritize picking up from your brand long term. So that's pretty much how that cookie crumbled. Another release that is being sneak peeked, and I have a feeling I know who this is a collaboration with, but we'll stay tuned. It was a very kind of side-eyed, cutesy comment that was made between Samantha March and Angelica Niquis. So I have a feeling it's her, but I don't know. I'm small peas in this pod. So this is a collaboration, I believe, or at least a collection, let's say that, with Odens Eye. And this is the Luminous and Shadow collection. It's launching September 20th. And they'll be revealing it tomorrow, of course. So tomorrow we'll know more information, and we'll talk about it next week, as we've done the last couple of weeks with any releases like that. And they've shown quite a handful of different things. Like it says, it's the shadow and light, luminous and light. So I wouldn't be surprised if it is a collaboration that they have two different collaborators, one that's focusing on the light and one that's focusing on the dark. And like I said, that like comment that they had back and forth with each other, I have a feeling that they might be the two. But I could be completely off. Completely off. It wouldn't be the first time. All right, mascara is on. It is pretty. I'm sorry, I took forever to look down. I have no idea what you were saying was pretty, but I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. All right, I need a drink. Ooh. So, Cosmetics is coming out with some more products, and now it is a mascara. It's a tubing mascara. I don't do tubing mascaras personally, so this is an easy pass for me. And I know quite a few people are iffy on purchasing from Cosmetics. I have not looked into it. I don't know what it's about. I'm gonna leave it at that. But the product releases today, so it's on their website right now, and it's apparently been clinically tested. There's no price here on this description, but I'm sure it can't be too expensive. Like maybe somewhere in the 20s, because M Cosmetics, I would say, is like a higher end indie brand, but they're not like luxury level. So I would say it's probably somewhere in the $20 range for this mascara in case you are interested. Like I said, it's a tubing mascara and it's supposed to give you volume with no flakes. Another thing that has been sneak peeked, like I said, I did not realize that Makeup on Your Radar had a new page, and I'm so excited. They used to be one of my favorite pages to kind of get access to, and this is Finding Ferdinand. They've sneak peeked that they're coming out with an edition 1 print zine, which is supposed to be introducing the foundation of Finding Ferdinand and to get a glimpse into their new Metamorphosis balm sets. So that's really interesting. I still have yet to order like the second collaboration that they did with Khaki. You know how they like released like the codes to basically have them make the colorway but like not have the collaboration aspect to it. I still have yet to figure that out. I need to figure that out because I still do want those tones, the like chill tone. That tone looks so beautiful. I just keep forgetting. I keep forgetting. Hopefully this post will remind me, and especially if I'm interested in the balms, maybe I'll be able to pick up some of these balms, request some of those custom shades, and be happy. Just a handful of items left. I know we've been here for quite some time. It looks like NARS is doing a gel shaping product for your brows. I don't have a lot of NARS stuff, and I don't necessarily say that I would, recommend buying a NARS price on an item, especially for your brows, because you're going to go through that consistently, and $25 for a brow gel just seems like quite a bit. Like I said, today I'm using the e.l.f. brow gel. I have the NYX brow gel in my project pan, and it depends on what you're wanting from your brows, what you will need to pay for and not pay for. I'm not going to say this is terrible because NARS has very good quality. There was the camera. It just went off. Don't worry, I'm coming. Oh, my camera died. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, I should be coming back momentarily. I know you guys can usually still hear my voice, so I'm gonna just keep going because I know we've been here for so long. But NARS generally has such great quality, but at the end of the day, I doubt I could justify picking up a $25 brow gel. Rim has also showcased that they're coming out with sets for the holidays. I really loved my Cloud perfumes. I had both the blush and the like original quote unquote Cloud. I loved both of them, so I would highly recommend those. It also looks like they have, I said Cloud, I'm sorry, I have Cloud Point 2, but I also have Mod Vanilla and Mod Blush. I absolutely loved all of those. I would recommend all of those, which is probably why they put all of these in their respective sets, because I'm sure these are like their highest paying releases to date. The blush trio comes in 3 different items for $72. It looks like the Cloud original comes in $72, and I'm sure Mod Vanilla is $72 as well. I would recommend getting your nose on these. They were really worth it for me. Whether they'll long term be in my collection, probably just Mod Vanilla. I probably won't pick up the other 2 again, but I really did enjoy my use out of all 3 items for the period that they've been in my collection, whether it was a long period or not. Apparently, I was really excited to talk about the Tarte because I have it twice as a pinned comment, but we'll go ahead and click away from that, which is good. That means we have Oh my gosh, why am I duplicating so many things? We've already talked about this as well, so we'll just go ahead and skip this as well. Let's see. Okay, this is a really interesting product. I have not had personally the best experience with Klarity Cosmetics. I tried an eyeshadow palette and multiple blushes from the brand. I haven't really liked any of them. So there is that. But I want to say that this eyeshadow palette is so pretty. That's why I wanted to talk about it. I won't particularly put my neck out there and say that the quality is great because I have not had the best experience personally. But I will say that I really like the curation of this palette. I think it's really, really pretty. I don't think their palettes are always that expensive. Oh, it's $65. That seems quite expensive for what I remember paying for the brand. It looks like they also have some matte liquid lipsticks. They're also really coming back, so that makes sense. $15 for those, and you can also get the PR box for $130. I hate the packaging. The packaging looks creepy as can be, which I'm sure is the point, but it's a little too creepy for your girl. But the swatches look beautiful and the color scheme looks beautiful. I just personally have not had the best experience with this brand, so I'm personally going to go ahead and skip. But if you do try it and you have great experience with this palette, I would love to know. Definitely let me know. I'm sure I also have a palette that is very reminiscent to this, so I don't necessarily have to pick this up. Two more things I have pinned, and then we got to double back to the other items. Yeah. But you know, I mean, if you have that customer base that is willing to pay, who am I to tell you not to have your prices sky high? I also feel like vaguely I heard through the grapevine that they don't have their own formula. I'm gonna leave it at that. So Sugar Drizzle Polish is sneak peeking that they have a Halloween product coming out, and I saw a newer item that was from them, and I was interested. I don't know if I don't want to say I was interested because I wasn't necessarily interested, but this is what I linked for you guys, and this is the Monster Party. So I think this is the Halloween palette or product that they're releasing. This is all one noted. This is all one different saturation. It's not for me. It's not for me at all. So I'm going to go ahead and pass. I know this is ash for me, which is fine. It's actually perfect because I want to buy a lot. I want to buy a lot, and I would love to have brands that are coming out with stuff that just doesn't work for me because then I don't need to buy it. There's nothing for me to review here for you guys. Y'all can see it. I can see it. You know? So we're just going to keep going. The last thing I have pinned, and like I said, we're going to circle back only for the one item for Dior, is the Hourglass perfume. I didn't know that they came out with this. I hadn't seen this until, like I said, I found Makeup by Your Radar today. And this is a luxurious limited edition fragrance available at Hourglass and Barney's New York pop-up. And this is celebrating where Hourglass got their start. Individually labeled by number, the iconic scent will be released in a small batch of 1,500 bottles to release their 20th anniversary. They're only 20 years? I would have expected Hourglass to be a lot older by now. But who am I? So we have the notes in this description, and the top notes are pink pepper, cinnamon, fresh freesia. The middle is wild honeysuckle, orange flower, and suede. And the bottom is sandalwood, cedarwood, and white musk. It sounds like something that I would get a lot of use out of, but as I've said now multiple times in the last couple of new makeup releases, I don't need any new scents. I have multiple scents in project pans. I have multiple scents that behind the scenes I'm just using just to get through the variety of scents that I have. I love my collection where it's at right now, but like I said, I want to kind of curate it a little bit more, and to do that I want to use the product. So I'm not going to be picking this up, but in case you are interested, I want to say it was like somewhere around $100+. It was quite expensive when I looked at the link for this. Like I said, not something that I need to pick up personally. All right, so we're gonna go to my pinned site really quickly. I'm just gonna refresh. I'm pretty sure that I pinned it. Yeah, here it is. So one of you guys talked about this at the very beginning, so I wanted to make sure we talked about it together. And there's a reason that I want to talk about this with you guys. So First things first, let's talk about the lip products, right? So there's a whole lot of things in this release, and you really need to kind of piecemeal what you're seeing and what you're interested in. Gorgeous, passing on HG. Are we talking about Hourglass again? Or did I just talk about... You lost me. I lost the plot. I'm sorry. So the nail polishes, easy skip. Easy skip. Then we got the lip products. Now, I still have that lip packaging bullet thing that I bought like last holiday that I thought I had bought like an insert. I still have this, and I'm still waiting to get a bloody insert that will go into this. So I might actually see if one of these products will be inserted into this. The one lip product that I got doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. So I don't know. If you are a Dior aficionado and you know what products fit into those cases, please let me know down below in a comment, because your girl is lost in a sauce. But outside of that, I'm not interested in any of these lip products. The products are good. Do not get me wrong. I have one of their like glossy balms. Fantastic. But I don't need 10,000 of them. They're expensive. Okay. So I'll be skipping on those. I'll be skipping on the nail polishes. I'll be skipping on the case. Then at the very bottom, they have like the 10 products in a palette. Skip. That's a combination of creams and powders. Girl, bye. Not for me. Then we have the like lip gloss. Not for me. The bottom, they have that 9-pan eyeshadow palette. Not for me. Now, I left the best for last. The lip shine fits in your case. Maybe I was just slow and I didn't push it in correctly. You're getting one sequin lip. They have a sequin lip in here? Does it like feel, can you feel the sequins on your lip? Let me know. I'm interested to hear that. As for the highlighter palette, I have one of their original highlighter palettes from, I don't even want to tell you how long ago. I really like that highlighter palette though. So I'm not going to say sleep on this, and I'm not going to say skip it, but look at the shades. They have a variety of different shades in this 4-pan highlighter palette. So make sure you get the one that you think you're going to get the most use out of, because these are not cheap. They're not cheap at all. As for the quints, I will say recently, last year, I got a quint for the first time. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It worked on my skin tone. It was pigmented. It was blendable. So once again, I'm not going to say sleep on these. It's not for me. Neither was the highlighter quad, in case you were wondering. The two palettes here are just not for me. But I will say the formula, based on the formula I tried previously, fantastic. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. And then last, but certainly not least, the single compact highlighter. I have 2 of these. 2. I love them. I don't get a lot of use out of them because one was limited edition and the other I just don't use. But they're great. They're great. And actually, do you guys want to see me swatch them? Because I can. It would take me a little while to find them in my collection. But what I will say is they're really good highlighters. And if you are somebody who wants to get something as a splurge that you will be able to get used out of for a long period of time, a highlighter from Dior will definitely do that. And honestly, an eyeshadow palette from Dior will definitely do that. The lip products, I don't think they last as long because we typically will go through a lip product quicker just because you're actively using them, especially if you do the glossy lip, because you're going to want to reapply. Even me, like right now, I kind of low-key want to reapply my lip product, but I can still feel it, so I really shouldn't, you know? So yeah, those are my thoughts on this. I think it's really, really cute. I would love to see, let me see if I can try to decipher this description box to see what the shade of that highlighter is. Yeah, it's in Coral Luminaire. That sounds very reminiscent to the shade that I have. I don't see any cases or anything I'm going to jump on. Agreed. Yeah. Let me see if I can find my highlighter real quick. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, I knew I had two of these single compacts. I'm sure everybody has seen the version of the quad that I have, so that's why I didn't bother to get it. But I did want to get the two single compacts so you can at least see what it could potentially look like on my skin. And then also I wanted to tell you guys the shades. They don't have a number on this description box, so I don't know if I have the same number, but I have two, like I said. One's in 04, and this is like a bronzy tone. It's a bronzy tone, and I don't know if it's going to be shown justice in the swatch, but it looks really, really pretty on. And then the other one is 07, and this was the Coral limited edition one that everybody wanted. And the key with these highlighters is that they have a sparkle or a shimmer running throughout. It's not glittery, it's a shimmer that runs throughout. This 07 is definitely warmer than the 04, so I reached for this more, but because it was limited edition, I tried not to kind of flaunt it, which is something that like is a bit of an Achilles heel. A bit of an Achilles heel when it comes to being a creator, because at the end of the day, you want to use your product. All the brushes are falling on the ground. You want to use your products, but at the same time, you don't want to flaunt that like you have something that's limited edition that nobody can get. So I just wanted to show you guys the swatches so you guys could get like a general like opinion on what these products look like. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and switch the, nope, wrong thing. I'm going to switch that we're only looking at me, and I'm going to put my glasses on. I didn't put lashes on, mainly because I got caught up in talking to you guys, but hopefully you still liked the overall look. Oh, now that I see my glasses on, you can actually see my blush. Yeah, just so you guys can see. So the blush, the eye look. Hopefully that's really helpful for you guys. I don't think I should have a problem. Oh, that's interesting to know that you can't see the sequins or the glitter. That's really nice. Instagram and here, YouTube saying handle. Yeah, a lot of people have the same handle for their stuff. And it honestly shouldn't be a problem. I think it's more of a problem, not honestly with me, because I don't think you guys really care. But I think it's a problem with like bigger influencers. I'm just a Joe Schmo, you know? Yeah, I think everything honestly came out really pretty. Like I said, I didn't have my glasses on, so to me that blush really was not showing very impactful, but I think it, nope, we're going the wrong way. I hate when the necklace is showing like that. But yeah, I think it looks really good overall, and even though I didn't put on lashes, I think my look looks nice. Is there anything else that you guys want to talk about tonight? We're getting to the end. We've been here for some time. Definitely know, let me know down below. I think we've been here for, how long have we been here? For almost 2 hours. Oh, you're catching up during work. Oh gosh. I didn't know. I guess a lot of people kind of work pretty late. This is my one day off, so I try to take advantage of it with you guys. But if there's not anything else that you guys want to talk about, like I said, I plan to get a video up this week again, Wednesday and Friday. Wednesday, I'm pretty sure is going to be a vlog type video. And yeah, with that said, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap tonight up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, once again, I would love it if you go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, I would love you to hit the subscribe button. And with that said, I think I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.